Hi, how are you all doing? Hopefully, you're having a great day today. I just wanted to come into your little box or your phone or wherever you are and share a little bit about what the Lord's been speaking to me lately. I hope it blesses you today. So, I want to share a scripture from Psalms in chapter 30. It says, I love this because the title of the psalm is Thanksgiving for Deliverance from Death. I don't know about you, but I relate to David so much. I think he's kind of an emotional guy. Just by the way you look at his Psalms, he pours his heart out. The one thing I love about the Psalms is that he's very honest. David is. He's very honest and he's open and he shares, he doesn't sugarcoat anything. Sort of, I've cried on my pillow until it's soaking wet, right? That's like so me. But what I love about it is he usually ends most of his Psalms just declaring God's faithfulness. He speaks what he seeks. And I love that about David. And so here's one of those scriptures. So it's in Psalm 30, and it's verse 5 and 6. And this is what it says, and it's the Amplified Version. And it says, "For his anger is but for a moment. His favor is for a lifetime. Weeping may endure for a night, but a shout of joy comes in the morning." And then this is the bit that really ministered to me. It goes on and it says, "As for me, in my prosperity, I said, I shall never be moved." And so as I was looking at that, I was thinking about, there's a couple of words that stood out to me that he said. He said, it was a psalm saying of deliverance from death. So the Lord delivered him, healed him, or helped him where if his enemies were chasing him and saved him. And then it says, "As for me, in my prosperity, I said, I shall not be moved." So I was thinking about prosperity. Okay, you were delivered from death, and now you're talking about being prosperous. That's so interesting. And so I looked up that word prosperous, and it said to be tranquil, safe. Because I was thinking like prosperous, like money, and so again, that's why it's so good to look up the words and find out exactly what they mean. So it says to be tranquil, safe, happy, to be at rest, to be or have quiet, to prosper, to be secure. So now he's talking about he delivered me. Weeping was at night, but joy comes in the morning. And then he was saying, and now I'm prospering because you've saved me. And then he goes on to say, I will not be moved. And so that word moved means, because I looked that up too, because I thought, oh, what does that mean? I will not be moved. And it says dislodged, slip, to be shaken or overthrown, to let fall. And, there's so many little things coming at us at the moment. Like we just got a message the other day that our kids, their grades now, the way that they're working is that they're no longer this whole last semester. There's no A's, B's, C's, or D's or whatever. It's just pass or fail. For some kids, they're like, woohoo, because I'm getting a D, and so that's great. But for my kids, they've worked really, really hard to get like A's and B's, like really hard. And so for them, it's kind of like and there's little moments that we're going through, or maybe we get like news or we hear something, or, there's just little inconveniences where we kind of go, And so I think about that scripture that says, I shall not be moved. I don't want to let any circumstances that come my way, whether they're small, whether they're big, whether it's the loss of a job, or it's just something as small as, our kids are now just getting pass and fail grades, to move me in any way. I don't want it to move me in any way. I want to stay lodged. I want to stay under the shadow of the almighty wings. I don't want to get moved. And sometimes little things can kind of dislodge us a little bit. And so I just want to encourage you today, as I was encouraged. That scripture also says, I will never be moved. Not just I won't be moved. I will never be moved. And so it's an encouragement for us to remember nothing ever. Not what day it is, not what's going on today. It will not move me. It will not dislodge me. I will not fall. I will continue to stay close to the Lord and not be moved. So I want to encourage you today, continue to confess no matter what's going on. Confess it, speak it, get it out of your mouth. I will never be moved because of who is with me and who is next to me. And so I want to encourage you with that today. Love you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bless you.